Visa money, the US making almost, if not more, $460 million from the World Cup US visa fees alone. Can you believe that? Hey SportGlobe fans, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hear what's on my mind today, and I want you to follow me. So like, share, and subscribe to the SportGlobe YouTube channel because, we're going to be doing a lot more videos like these from time to time. Maybe it's a little change, maybe we'll try find a niche. Hey, but listen, visa money, the US making almost, if not more, $460 million from the World Cup US visa fees alone. Can you believe that? $460 million over that. Them are made from this thing. So guess what? The US and FIFA, they must be milking this thing in a big way. Big milking of the thing. Hey, listen to some of these numbers that are going to give out because I'm going to get down into a little bit more about it. But if you want to hear more on these kind of videos, I hope you want to see us do more on these kind of videos in terms of any little research work. But I get up this morning and I say, hey, listen, I can just check out how much money US possibly make from this visa thing. After the whole thing with the Cape Verde goalkeeper, big hero too, must big him up. Venecia, I think his name is, hero work for all of Spain. But the amount of money that the US is making, so I go look up the thing and I start asking a whole lot of questions and look up a lot of figures and that kind of thing. I came up with a couple of figures and I'm going to give you more stuff as I go down. So if the US is getting an average for this particular World Cup, an average visitor, about 2.5 million international visitor when come to the United States. And I'm talking about Mexico and Canada. I'm just talking about the US alone. 2.5 million, that's the average that is going to be coming to the United States. All of them, if not all, but lots, about 2.5 million out of that. I think it's more than that coming because some countries, don't require a visa, but them require a particular thing. I don't remember the name of it now, but they require that to come. But most countries. So anyway, because the most visitors who need visas, tourists must get that. Yeah. So you have people who need the EST visa system. They pay a little bit less or something like that. But anyway, it's estimated to be about 6 million visitors, right? That is going to descend upon the US. But out of that, the average is about 2.5 million international visitors that are going to come to the US that is going to be required a visa or that they have issued a visa to, right? And of course, subsequently we'll learn the Cape Verde guy, mother, get the liquor visa, come watch our son play. Big up to one of the senators, a Democratic senator, by the way, who reached out to, to the Secretary of State, not J.D. Vance, what's his name again? Whatever her name, yeah. Reach out to him and then decide to grant her the visa so that she can come. Anyway, because for Cape Verde, one of them country there where they had to be paying the visa money. Or the deposit, about $15,000 it is. So you can just imagine how much deposit a lot of these countries have to pay that $15 million. US could have rinsed that and make a good money off of that $15,000 US for a lot of these teams that coming up, or a lot of the fans who has to be paying this kind of a money to come. So so a lot of them Cape Verde people and a lot of them African country that is on the list have to be paying the $15 million. Oh, dog. It's rough. It's a good thing them take off Jamaica for that too. Because I don't know, Jamaica team would have got decided to them can't go to World Cup if that $15 million restriction was on the Jamaica team. But we kid. So traveling to the US is pretty expensive. Whether or not you're going to deposit the money, yes or no, you have to go find it up front for give them. So in any way. Yeah, so the thing is, when I look on the 2.5 million international fans that be coming, that has to be paying $185 application fee for the visa. The US going to pocket that money there. So them are look for pocket right now. Over 400, almost 500 million US dollars off of the thing. You know, so I don't know if this is a thing where them and FIFA work out together, because FIFA even now make a big change off of this thing, you know, because here's some of them figures here too. As we just kind of digress from the visa part of the whole thing. Them broadcast rights for FIFA are generate from the thing. And FIFA always make big money, you know. So even though here them pay out $50 million to winners, and them pay $5 million to preparedness, and you know, as you move up the zone, you get money and them kind of things. That are nothing compared to it. FIFA are raking. So here this raking money now. Broadcast rights alone, you know, for this is over $5 billion. I know them now give the right figures, you know, but estimatedly, that is about the figure where them kind of send out, or where me kind of find. If somebody thinks that figure the too low or thing there, can make me know. You know, leave a comment there so I can come back to it another time. For sponsorship rights, you know, these are the TV rights and, you know, all of them kind of rights that them have. And of course, social media is playing a big part in the World Cup right now. I wonder how much you think that is. Sponsorship rights. Them money are not without billion, you know. $5 billion sponsorship rights. So all of them sponsorship rights and all of them things, and I'm pretty sure it is much more than that, because people never normally give a figure. But you know, a figure that I look at another figure, because in my little bit of research that I did, right, I went and I look and I said, boy, if 6 million people, international visitors, have come to the United States, I do the calculation, you know, 6 million people, international people, have come to the United States, right? They're going to be spending an average of about $5,000, right? $5,000. I mean, I do it as well there, so you know, at about $5,000 per visitor. We're not talking about people who are in the US and them thing. And this is the US, not Canada, not Mexico. This is just the US, just to show you how much money they make. 5,000 visitors, right? And each of them visitors, the average spend that they're going to mean hotel, food, transportation, you know, little social thing, maybe little spending, little here and there. We're not talking about airfare and all of them things. We're talking about when them in America, they're going to be spending an average, it's say, of 5,000 US dollars. Right? I remember what we were saying now. International visitors is about 6 million visitors going to be stopping in the US during the World Cup time. I don't know if all of them are fans, or some of them are fans and some of them are just visitors, but they're estimated to have that. So 6 million people are going to come. Let me see how much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 million people are going to come. Brethren, guess what? That is $30 billion are going to drop in at the people them thing. Not 30, $300 billion are going to drop in at the US economy. Just like that. The World Cup thing is a big thing, you know. A huge. I wonder if Jamaica could have get the World Cup, or the Caribbean could have get the World Cup. Since as them have 3 countries, them test out 3 countries and it work. And that work good. And 3 countries are host it, you know. America takes 70%, about 70% of the games. America is taking charge of Mexico. And I'm going to give the figures though. But yeah, so we could go back to that. $300 billion in tourism spending. Right? So digest them figures there in terms of that. Right? So we wanted to look at even some more things. So wanted to look at, you know, what the stadium capacity is for all of the stadium. And I just giving you figures, right? Because you know, some want some different things on SportGlobe. But remember, you know, if you want more of this thing, like, share, and subscribe to the channels so that we can sit down and just, you know, research them kind of matters. Yeah. So anyway, so there is about let me see how much stadiums now. In Mexico, there is 3 stadiums that they use in Guadalajara, you know, Mexico City Stadium, Monterrey Stadium. This episode is sponsored by J&J Garage. Top quality, cheap prices.
J Garage, we do excellent brakes and clutch repair. Pressure plates, flywheels, disc brake pad, brake shoes, clutches, Any job you have, cars, vans, jeeps, buses, trucks, and tractors, just call J&J Garage, 1-876-408-3836, 887-7504, for all your pickup and delivery service throughout the 14 parishes.
In Canada, only 2 stadiums, Vancouver and Toronto. In the United States, they have Seattle, San Francisco, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Miami, Los Angeles, Kansas City, Houston, Dallas, Boston, Atlanta. So, total capacity for all of them stadiums there, when it's all done, right? The total capacity for all of the stadium, right? So, this are the amount of seats that is available between Mexico, Canada, and the United States. 760 about 760,000 seats. You know, call it about 765,000 seats is available all the time between all stadiums. So in essence, that is the capacity of the seats that are available. Right now, I look on TV and I say the place are full up. So even though there was a big argument with whether or not ticket are sell off or not, it look like the ticket sales have increased since then, because right now there are some reports that are out there. Maybe we're going to do another video later to see how the ticket sales have gone thus far, right? Because it look like people decide to, hey, listen, we're going to spare the money and come, or is it that FIFA lower the price of the ticket, right? So that's 765,000 seating capacity. We can look at the seating per stadium. So for the Monterrey Stadium in Mexico, 51,000 approximately. For the stadium, Mexico City Stadium, 80,800 approximately. Mexico Guadalajara, 45,600 approximately. For the Canada Toronto Stadium, which is the least of them, you know, yo, Canada, what I do? I don't even get involved with the football thing, man. 43,000, and they had increased, you know, their local BMO Stadium and bring it up to this capacity, 43,000. The Vancouver holding much more, which is 52,000 for Vancouver. Seattle in the United States, 66,000, almost 67,000. And San Francisco, 69,000 for San Francisco. Philadelphia, 68,000. 80,000 for the New Jersey Stadium, where the final is going to be held. So that's the biggest one out of all of them. Right? The Miami Stadium is 64,000. Los Angeles Stadium is 70,000. Kansas City is almost 70,000 capacity as well. Houston is 68,000. Dallas is 70,000. Boston, 64,000 seating capacity for Boston. Atlanta Stadium, 68,000 capacity, right? So you understand where the figures is and where the money there. You know, say FIFA eat some good food, some really good food, right? So that's the breakdown of the seating capacity for the thing. So the thing about it is that Canada only have a capacity of 95,000 when you total it, and this is the subtotal of the whole thing. Mexico have a capacity of 178,000 seating that they're providing for this World Cup, and the United States is providing the rest of that, right? I'm sorry, the United 760,000 seats for the United States. So the United States literally is 74% of the total seats that are available, with Mexico having 17 or 18, approximately 18% of it, and Canada below 10% of the seating capacity, right? So you see what I'm going right there. So, you know, so we decided that we wanted to look even further, right? Total amount of match going to play in this particular FIFA World Cup is 104 matches that is going to play, right? So that's the amount of games. You know, let's say all of them match they're going to full up. Which we know, say all of them not going to be totally full, right? But pretty much that's what it's going to be. So 78 matches is going to be into the United States, 13 into Canada, and 13 into Mexico. But this this really.
Hey everyone, check out this bump-free spray. It spots the grown hair to show you just one spray. It's that easy. No bumps, no irritation, just smooth skin. Get yours today.
Blow my mind though, right? So this FIFA World Cup have 48 teams playing. Of course, we know that 104 matches, 16 stadiums that is going to be played across 3 host countries, and 6.5 million tickets. I'm gonna say that tickets, 6.5 million tickets have been sold, right across, right up to the finals, and of course the ticket prices varies as they go along. Right, we decided to even look at more figures, and I wanted to know, what the ticket price. So the lowest ticket price which was the limit, this was the least of the amount of available tickets, $60 ticket. Them ticket was maybe 100 tickets altogether when it was all said and done. But it ranged from an average of $355 to $2,700, right? Them have a thing named the official finals. So them tickets that go for something like $6,700, $8,000. Thereabout, depends on who you're getting it from. And of course, them have a hospitality package for $2,500, right? So you see what I'm going. I hope when I get the picture right now. So in terms of these revenues, right, from tickets alone, if tickets are sold for about $2,250, them are going to stand for about 1.6 billion. If the 350 tickets, they're going to tend to make 2.2 billion. For the $500 ticket, I'm going to make about 3 to 4 billion, right? And it goes along like that. But boy, Jaja, all the things stay so. It's serious, But these are the things that get me. But one of the things that stand out to me is how the US was not a facilitator, and wouldn't even lower the visa cost based on the fact that them are gonna make almost $500 million from visa, and them also still are gonna make another $300 billion from the people them coming and spending money, staying at the hotel, buying food and all of them things. Them never even look at it at all. They milk it for what it was. And the same thing FIFA do. A lot of people are talking about a whole lot of things, right? In terms of even the water break that they get in. So they'll get the water break. TV get a break too. People are talking a lot about that. And I say even the players are questioning that, especially the teams that is more fancied to win the World Cup. They don't really like the water break thing at all. Even though they still welcome the opportunity, but they think that the opportunity should have been dealt with in another way. That's for another video. But Visa US make in excess of $500 million from this visa thing alone. And of course, from the spend in the United States, $300 billion. You hear me say? Is a B. $300 billion. So when I go to America, I should have just buy some sandwich and just ease them. But people are not gonna be like that. People are go out and they're gonna buy shirt, they're gonna buy this, they're gonna shop, they're gonna all them kind of things, plus food, and all of them are gonna stay somewhere. That amount for the $300 billion. So this World Cup, the US now build a new stadium. Them just refurbish the stadium. That now cost FIFA nothing, but FIFA stand to make quite a bit of money from this World Cup as well. Ticket sales alone is a significant amount of money. When you look at it, if you're buying a ticket an average of $500, is a lot of money the man them make. Hey, listen, that was my thought this morning. What's your thought today? Should countries take fans into consideration when they're doing these things, or should the countries just decide to just rape our fans of all of them money? And everything I get expensive these days, but the fans now getting a leeway at all. US visas, almost the total amount of money from the visa thing for fans, almost over $500 billion. That's a whole heap of money, whole lot of money. Not 500 billion, but over $500 million for just the visa fee alone. We're not talking about nothing. So it's the visa fee alone, $500 million. Hey, SportGlobe fans, if you like this video and much more, stop and watch my video. Man, share it with your friend. tell somebody about it, and give me the encouragement to continue to do even this more. Just my thoughts. What's your thoughts? What say you? You know, what you think about these figures. And if you have other figures, share them with me as well. So just remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You know, keep encouraging me and do whatever you had. If you like the apparels, you know, let me know. I'll definitely try and provide you with one as well. And I'll put them out there into maybe create a shop or something like that. And just do that and try to provide people with them if somebody want to buy it or somebody, you know, give them as prize from time to time. So anyway, remember, this is our game. This is our culture. And this is our globe. We say Sports Globe all the time. Thank you so much for joining us, and we appreciate all my subscribers. If you like the video, share it with a friend. Leave me your comment and tell me what you think about what I am thinking. All right, so until the next time, goodbye. This is Richard again, saying love the sport, love the game. It's what we do. Sports Globe, always. Bye-bye for now.